Welcome back, everybody. With me today on the Plone Podcast, episode 953, is Mikel Larreategi from Eibar in Spain.
Eibar, that's right.
Eibar, yes.
Yeah.
And Mikel is the team lead for our translations in Plone, and he's been doing a ton of stuff with Plone since about 2003, isn't that right?
Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
So tell me more about like how you got involved. Like, how did you end up being in charge of the translations?
Okay, I think that has been a long way until I reached here. We started working with Plone in 2005, I think, or 6. I don't know. I can't recall. I ended university in 2004 and started working on immediately after I started working on at Code Syntax, and we started there working with initially we worked with Zope, with plain Zope, and then started with Plone in 2005 or 6, I think. And since then, multilingualism has been a very important thing for us because we live in a bilingual country. I live in Eibar in the Basque Country in northern Spain. Okay, for me it's not Spain. For me it's Basque Country, but okay, never mind. We speak here 2 languages. I speak Basque and I speak Spanish. And all the official statements, all the governments and local authority sites and everything must be in 2 languages. Everything must be done in Basque and Spanish. And we found that Plone was a really good stuff to do that. So I think that all these translations and all these things have been in the core of our business or in the core of our work. And I think that has been what has led me to lead the translations team.
That's true. If you, by necessity, you have to use multiple languages. Yes. And yeah, I think the Code Syntax site has like maybe 3 languages, right? Because you've yes. I mean, I always benefit from it because people write things in English too.
Yes, always you always have to have something in English, at least to show the world that you do some other stuff. So yeah, well, our site is in 3 languages. Yeah.
So which university were you at?
Yeah, I studied here in the Basque Country University in San Sebastian, in the capital city of our region here. And I studied here computer science, and it was for 5 years, I think. Yeah, it was a very good time there.
And what were some of those first sites that you worked on? You said they were in Zope. What were they? Just regular websites for the university?
Yes. No. I didn't did much web programming in the university. It was just regular programming subjects and stuff. But when I started at Code Syntax, they already had some contract with some local authorities here, and I think one of my first works was with the regional government doing some geographical stuff. I can't recall it. It was a street gazetter or something like that, with all the streets and all the buildings in the region to build something. Easily usable for the end users and so on, and it was plain Zope. I remember it was Zope, and we had some scripts to extract information from Oracle or something like that. I can't recall exactly.
Okay.
But yeah, it was very nice then. Yeah.
That area of Spain it's an area that I only saw once as a kid. I spent a few days in Bilbao.
Bilbao, okay.
Yeah, because I have family in France, so just we
perhaps you it's a very nice place. I mean, it's in the Atlantic coast of Spain, and it's very green. We have plenty of mountains and good landscapes and wet weather. It always rains here, and yeah, it's very nice. It's not the the typical Spain you imagine that is like the desert and 35 degrees Celsius and the sun, and you have to forget about it if you come to the Basque Country.
That's amazing. There's so much variation in the geography and the climate. I saw Eibar is a very small town.
Yes, it's just 20,000 or something like that.
Wow, it's even smaller than Oshkosh. Oshkosh has 62,000 or something like that.
Yes, it's very small comparing with many other cities where the Plone developers come from. It's very small.
And did you but just the few photos I saw of plus the maps, I was looking at how mountainous it is there.
Eibar is in a valley, in the bottom of the valley, and we are surrounded by quite high mountains, and it's something that helps me at least to refresh my head after work, and I think it's something that everyone that comes here and to visit us, it's something that they love. You should come here. Yeah, why not? You should come here next time when you come to France. Just call me and I can guide you here. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. And that part of Spain Basque Country is very famous also for. I'm trying to think what the term is. There's is it Santiago de Compostela?
The way to Santiago. Yeah, it's the Jubilee. How do you say in English? I can't recall. It's the Camino de Santiago, the way to Santiago. Yeah, it's a pilgrimage way. It's quite common coming from France and then going through Santiago, through the Basque Country. There are many different ways to do that, to go, and it's quite famous. And not only because of that, also because of Bilbao or San Sebastian. You may also know Bilbao is quite famous because of the Guggenheim Museum and many other things they have. And San Sebastian also is the capital city of our region. A very good place to eat. There are plenty of Michelin stars there, and it's pretty full of restaurants and people, and it's a very nice place to live.
Well, the big question is, can you get spaghetti bolognese there?
No, of course not. But I don't know if you remember, but some weeks ago there was a quite famous tweet that was saying that in Italy every part understands lunch in a very different way, and they were saying that spaghetti bolognese was accepted by Italians. So I was really horrified. What is this? And I wrote to an Italian friend of mine, and he said me, okay, in some places of Italy it's accepted. So I said, okay, someone in Ferrara lied to us. Yeah. I think that when I met the Red Turtle guys in the Beethoven sprint, I will tell them something there.
Yeah, they didn't get the memo, I guess, right?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
All right. So in case anyone listening doesn't really know what Mikel and I are referring to, is in Ferrara at the conference in 2019, there was every day, I think there was a short talk about food and the food that was available in the cuisine in the Ferrara region. And there was one common thread throughout every one of those lectures, and it was that there is no such thing as spaghetti bolognese.
Yes. Yeah.
And they feel very strongly about it.
Yeah. Really strong. Yeah.
Okay, so while we're talking about food, and this is going to make me hungry, what's the most famous food for your region?
Wow, I can't say one food. I mean, you can eat whatever you want here, but I think we are very famous because of the fish and the almost every kind of fish. We prepare it in like a barbecue or something. So I think fish is what makes us famous in the world, I think. I would say, but it's just to say one because we have so many things here. I mean, it's very hard to tell.
Okay, all right. How far away are you from the coast?
It's just 20 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just 30-minute ride by train. So.
Yes, trains. Lovely. What a great concept.
Here, you have like trains there.
Well, I mean, we do have trains, but they're less commonly used, and it's even for long distances. There's just most people take an airplane. Well, the U.S. is so big. Airplane, or of course, drive.
Yes, here, okay, we don't have much long strike trains here. It's the train that goes through the coast is just for small travel. So yeah, it's just 30 minutes to the coast. So it's a very nice place to live.
I can imagine. Okay, so you were saying that because of the work that you were doing with code syntax, and now I'm curious, how long has code syntax been around? I mean, it's got a long history then.
Yes, I think it was started in 2001, I think. Yeah. So we have 21 years. Yeah, 21 years. Yeah. And we are 20 people right now working there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And I saw that some of the work that you've been doing recently has been with Plone 6 and Volto, right?
Yes. I think it was after the conference in Ferrara, we came here and we said, okay, we have to do something with our Plone development because everything is going to change. There is a big effort leading us to Volto, to JavaScript. We were also having difficulties to find new people for the company because, Python, is a known language, and you can hire people knowing Python. Perhaps people with a data science background, something like that. But you can hire Python people, but you can't hire Plone people at all. So it has a very steep curve to learn, and it's very hard to train a developer in Plone. So we thought that perhaps it was easier for us to work in the Volto direction. And started doing some stuff with Volto back then. And then I think it was in early 2020, just after the pandemic led us to home. We presented an offer to the EA, to the European Environment Agency, together with a company from here, from Bilbao, and we won a contract to build a new site for the land monitoring service of the Copernicus site. And we were directly involved with Volto then because I mean, you already know that EA is working hardly is working very hard on Volto and doing a lot of great work there. So together with the guys at the EA, we decided that the new site should be Volto, and started working on it. The site is almost ready. It will be published, I think, in late June or something like that. And after that work, we said, okay, now what should we do? Should we stop here, or should we do all our new sites with Volto too? So we jumped to the swimming pool, as we say here in Spain. We jumped there, and we have started doing two upgrades with Volto, with two Plone upgrades from, I think it's from Plone 4 to Plone, I don't know if they will be 5.2 or 6, I don't care. But and the front end will be Volto, and we will be starting after Easter some other project with Volto too. So I think it's the way to go, is the way we choose to go, and I think it will be the good way. Yeah,
that's great.
But never. I also want to say that the classic UI will be there too, and we will be using it too, because we see Volto good, we see Volto easy to use, perhaps easier to develop than classic UI, but some sites fit better in classic UI than in Volto. So, and some development work perhaps will be also done in classic UI. So I think we will keep both worlds in our company.
So in case anyone doesn't know what EEA is, and if you've been in the Plone world for a little bit, you would know it's the European Environmental Agency.
Yes. Yeah.
And they have, for many, many years now, a lot of work has been done for EEA using Plone, and a lot of add-ons were developed, a lot of them by Oda Web in Romania. And those
a lot of great add-ons.
Yes,
a lot of great
fantastic.
add-ons.
I mean, just the faceted navigation and others. And those add-ons, thankfully, because it's a European agency and it's committed to open source, all of that work was open sourced in turn. So everyone benefits from that. And honestly, I wish that more clients would just embrace that concept, that not only do they benefit from open source, but they have a moral obligation really to contribute back.
Yes, I think that Plone world should be very thankful to Antonio Marinis and his team at the EEA, because of the embrace they have done open source in all that add-ons, and thinking always in open source and in improving the software stack behind Plone. And I think they have done a great work. Also, Oda Web has done a great work there. But I mean, to have the leading image of I mean, we should open source everything, and we should do it together with the community, and we should improve the basic stack. It's very important. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. The other thing I was going to ask you about is you were talking about being able to continue using Plone Classic for Plone 6 Classic for some projects. Can you tell me what your thinking is behind which projects are more suitable for Volto and versus which ones are more suitable for Classic?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done a very a big research, a deep research on it, but we think that what we easily get with Volto is the options to customize the pages. I mean, you have this way of adding. I add a block doing accordions. I add a block adding tabs to the page. I add dynamic listing in the middle of a rich text. I mean, it's something that you can do it with Mosaic in Plone in Classic, but it's not as easy as in Volto. So in such projects that where the user or the customer asks you about, I want to do almost everything. I want to modify all the pages. I want to have accordions here. Okay. I mean, you are laughing because you know what I am talking about.
We want it all. And we want it simple, and we want it inexpensive
and fast.
And
fast, and I want to be the first one in Google, and everything. You know that. And in those kind of projects, I think Volto suits perfectly, because you can build a lot of reusable blocks or components that you can put everywhere. But there are some other projects where the client or the customer doesn't need that. Just needs, okay, I want a page. I want a news item always shown like this. I won't be adding accordions. I won't be adding strange image galleries here or carousels there. So perhaps they're using the basic HTML, the basic viewlets, basic portlets stuff. It's easier for the customer. I don't know. It's something that we have that in mind. We don't have any Plone 6 Classic yet under the hood, but I'm pretty sure that they will come, and we will be doing also classic work. Yeah, not right now, because we have plenty of Plone work. Not because of upgrading to Volto, but we have a really big maintenance contract with a Spanish company that has a lot of Plone 4 sites and they need to develop their minor things, and they are not right now thinking on upgrading to Plone 5, and and also not to Plone 6 right now, at least.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's been my experience, that sites that have been long running in Plone and they've got a lot of content, it's hard to convince anybody that there's a need to redo all of that with Volto, but definitely new projects are much more exciting with Volto.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Well, that's really good to hear that level of flexibility is there with Volto. I mean, that promise of Volto being easier to develop also, just because you need to just learn, you need to understand React, and React is one language, one tool, and it's much simpler than all the things we have to go through in the master.
Yeah, you have to go to page templates and viewlets and CML, and it's very hard. But my colleagues that are, I'm not a really JavaScript guy. I end writing Python, so I will not be learning React, I think. I can do some copy paste based development, but not really create things in JavaScript or in React. But my colleagues say that they find this an easy tool to use, and they are really happy with the decision. They have even used plain React to do some other stuff without Volto. And they are quite happy with it. So I think it has been a good decision, not only for us, but also for Plone community, to attract new people to the front end world.
Yeah, I agree. That's wonderful. Well, that is the promise of Volto. So it's good to hear it's confirmed.
Yeah, in our case, at least, it's confirmed. Yeah.
So I want to get back a little bit to something you mentioned about being able to go out into the mountains every day and just be able to recharge. Is that so? Tell me a little bit more about what happened with COVID with you, because anyway, I'll let you start.
Yeah. Okay. As I said, we are a small company. We were at the start of the pandemic. We were, I think, 15 or 16 people in the company, and we have an office here in Eibar. I walk to the office every morning. It's just a 15-minute walk to the office, and none of us was working from home. We were everyone working from the office. So when the pandemic came, we just have to come home like everyone in the world, and started working from home. We are, after 2 years, we are still working from home. It's now, this week we started working 3 days a week in the office. Last year we started going 2 days to the office, but now we are just going 3. And it's something that came here to stay. And we are very comfortable right now working from home. So it's like a mental change. It was like a mental change for us. I mean, we have shown that it's possible to work from home. It's possible to do remote work with the good things and the bad things, because being a small company eases the relationship between colleagues, and working from home refrains you from having such a relationship every day, at least. Okay, yes, you have Zoom calls and you have Meet calls and things like that, but it's not the same like meeting a colleague in the coffee machine or having a coffee at 11. Okay, it's something, I don't know how other companies work, but we at least stop every morning at 11 and we have coffee all together. All the 20 guys in the company have coffee together. So the conversations you start there, or the relationship you have with your colleagues there, it's very hard to compare with something like remote work and Zoom calls. So but I think we have been able to cope with that, and it's something that has helped us to realize that, okay, we can work from home. We don't want to lose our colleagues. We don't want to lose our relationship with the colleagues. So it's something that has been positive and also negative. No, but
it helps that you're able to go into the office now 3 days a week, because then that combination of those. So wait, so if you're in the office now 3 days a week, are you still doing the stop, the other 2 days stop for the coffee break?
Yeah. Everyone. Yes, we do the coffee breaks. Not perhaps when the people is working from home, they don't stop for coffee just in a Zoom call with the colleagues at the office. But the guys at the office stop every day at 11 to have coffee and chat and eat something also.
That's nice. Yeah. At 6 Feet Up, actually, it's been interesting because 6 Feet Up has been mostly based in Fishers, Indiana. And most developers, even though they could go into the office at the time, they would just choose to work from home. And then when COVID hit, we just kind of all dispersed. But as you know, we have longtime team members who have lived outside of that area, and I myself am not anywhere near really. So just going entirely remote meant that because we already had established that culture of Zoom meetings and remote workers, including remote workers, it wasn't a very big change. And so we've gone to twice a year, we have a full company retreat. We bring everybody together in one place and spend some time together and work on things together. So I guess
it's a bit different. I mean, it wasn't really a big difference for you to go in pandemic and to going home to work remotely, because you were already in such a situation, no? Right?
Yeah.
For us, what was completely a shock. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it was a shock. It's still, I mean, because you couldn't go into the office at all. It sounded like you had 15 or 16 people before COVID, and now you're at 20 or so. So you've grown during COVID.
Yes, we have grown after COVID. Yeah, we hired I think 2 or 3 people, and we had some interns that were back then they were interns, and now they are co-workers, and some of them left. And we had a really strange times, but now I think we are 20. Yeah, I would say 20. Yeah.
And you're still based. So these new colleagues of yours are also in Eibar.
Yes. Yeah. They are not all of them. They are not from Eibar, but they are from the surrounding cities. Eibar is the biggest city in the area. I mean, the biggest. If you say 20,000 as big, imagine all the other city size. I mean, but they are not all from here, but they are from the surrounding cities and towns, and they come to the office and they work from home. And we are all of them. All of us are local, and we work. And this is a very, very special thing. As I said, we are fully bilingual in Basque and Spanish, and our company is quite special in that, because all of the work we do it in Basque. I mean, I speak Basque with my colleagues and with almost all of our clients too. Wow. It's something strange working in the IT world, but
that's wonderful. It's I mean, that's something that I think people in the West, or at least in the US and Canada, kind of miss. Well, maybe less so in Canada, because we have to be bilingual French.
And French. Yeah. I think it was. I don't know if you were there, but in the Bristol conference, in the second Bristol conference.
Okay. Yes, I was.
You were there. I think we met there.
Okay.
In the conference party, we went to a brewery, I think, and we were in a big table with Chris Ewing.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris Ewing and some other colleagues, and Chris said, "Okay, I am really impressed here, because I am the only one in this table who speaks English, and everyone here is speaking my language, and I should be grateful for that." I think that's something that many people outside Europe, perhaps in the US, should think about, and also in England and UK. I mean, there is a lot of people in the world that doesn't speak English, and I mean,
yeah,
we do our best to speak and write and learn English. But
I mean, listen to you. I mean, your English is perfect. And,
thank you.
No, that's definitely something I've felt many times. That let's see, I'm trying to remember which conference I was at in particular, but I remember sitting. I just walked into a restaurant and there was a whole bunch of people, Plone people, sitting at a table. And I sat down and I realized they were all speaking German. And then I sat down and then they all switched, started speaking English to each other. I thought, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Are so nice.
It was nice. I think it was in, I found myself in a similar situation in Barcelona. I think we entered a restaurant and there was a group of German ploners there, and they immediately switched to English. And
to the credit of the U.S., there is a lot of Spanish now in the U.S. And depending on which part you live in, I mean, you pretty much have to understand Spanish.
So there's a lot of South American immigration, and not only immigration, also sons and great grandsons of people that have been there for so long time.
So I think there's hope for us in the U.S. to get projects to switch over to use Plone Multilingual and
perhaps
start including content in Spanish.
We always say that problems with UTF-8 and Unicode will end when Americans start learning Spanish because of our strange characters, the ñ, we say the N with the tilde. So I hope you start doing Spanish things. So Unicode is definitely fixed in Python and in Plone.
Well, with Python 3, isn't that a little bit more? That's a step in the right direction, right?
Yes, that's the right step. That's the right step.
So, I just mentioned Plone Multilingual. This is something that you helped develop, isn't it?
Yes. I was invited. I can't recall the year, but I was invited to a sprint in Munich by Victor and Ramon. There was it was a sprint, a parallel sprint that was held in Munich and in South Africa, and it was 2 years in a row, and we were there. Developing the first version of Plone Multilingual, testing the migrations and doing some stuff, and later in the Beethoven sprint, I think it was 2017 and 2018. I was working on Plone REST API and doing translation stuff in Plone REST API, which is the basis for Bolto right now.
Wow. You've been doing Plone for a long time. That's great.
Since 2005, I think it's just 15 years, 16 years, almost 17 years doing Plone. I mean,
and Plone
nothing has changed. Nothing has changed since 2005.
What?
Nothing.
Right. That's just wonderful, that level of interest you had in Plone and continuing to contribute to it. That's the sort of, the reason why we have Plone Foundation memberships and why you're a member.
Yes, I mean, I think that working with a software piece like Plone for a company should be not only a thing to use and earn money with and do business or do stuff, but also to contribute to the software, to the new versions, to improve it, to promote the community, to help the conference, to help the developers. I mean, we are a very small company in a small country with very specific requirements, but there are plenty of companies and countries all over the world with the same situation like us. So it's something that if we can do it and they can profit of our work, we can do it in the other way around too. So I think it's something that yeah, everybody wins. I mean, and I think that's the culture of free software and also Plone.
Definitely, Plone is to me is like a family. It's a group of people who, many of whom I've known for years, but some are very new. But it's just this spirit of wanting to help each other.
Yeah. The spirit is very important here in the community. It's one of the most important things that Plone has. Yeah.
What's this? I'm trying to remember exactly the phrase that Plone is a drinking community with a software problem. But
it's
more
who was the guy who said that? Who was that?
I don't remember now. Rick Steele? I don't know.
I can't remember that.
Yeah. So I was wondering, outside of Plone work, you spend time playing chess.
Yes, I'm a chess player. I'm pretty bad, but okay. I play chess since I was 9 or 10. I can't recall. Yeah, we have a sports club here with 2,500 members. Not only chess.
Oh, okay.
Not only chess. And we have a small chess club inside the club, and we are, I think, about a dozen of players. And I play chess there, yeah. And I am also an international chess arbiter. It's a bit strange that chess has arbiters. Yes, chess has arbiters.
So is that like I am one of referees to prevent fights?
Yes, it's not to prevent fights because you can't imagine two chess players throwing pieces all over the place. But yes, it's to prevent discussions and to do what referees do in some other sports. Yeah, because chess is a sport, of course. I don't know in the US, but here in Europe, chess is a sport.
Oh, there's definitely the chess federations, and I know it's very popular. Yes. Well, especially after that Netflix series.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name, but
Queen Gambit. Queen Gambit, yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's the Queen's Gambit, yeah. The Netflix series, yeah. Everyone stops me in the street yet. I have seen Queen's Gambit. Yeah, okay.
What do you wear? Do you wear shirts or something that indicates that you're a chess lover?
No. We are just regular chess players that act like arbiters sometimes, and it's nothing special like in some other sports like basket or football or soccer or whatever.
So for being, when you're an arbiter, is that for in-person games or this is for remote games? Or is it possible to do remote tournaments? It is, right?
Yeah, after the pandemic, all these remote things came also to chess, and now there are remote events and also hybrid events where some players are in one place and some other place remotely. And in those cases, perhaps the arbiter's role has been very different from the just over the board chess. We say over the board chess because you have to control that. The people using the guy is using the computer, but he's not cheating because he hasn't opened another tab with a computer that can win even the world champion and things like that. But you have to do some checks there and so on. But it's the work over the board and for internet chess is quite different. It's quite different, but it's not a hard work, I would say.
I'm trying to imagine how you can verify that somebody doesn't have open another program or something where they're looking up what possible
there are there are some requirements for the users playing virtual tournaments. They are required to be in a Zoom call with the arbiters. They are required to have a webcam always on. They have required to show you they have the requirement that if you ask them to show me your desktop, they should share the screen and you can see the task manager in Windows or in Mac and whatever. So you can check it and you can always switch on their cam and show what are they doing and things like that. And even in some top players tournament, they have requested the players to have another camera in the room, so they can be shown, they can be seen from the background, perhaps, to show that their table has nothing there.
Mm-hmm. That is reminding me, I'm sure you've heard about this, but there's a lot of controversy around how invasive different measures have to be to try to address the fact that people could be cheating. And I remember I did an AWS certification, and the software I had to install on my computer was going to check everything and see everything. And then before the start, I had to turn on my camera and then rotate the laptop around so the person could say, okay, there's nobody standing nearby, or
there was even here in Spain a lot of controversy in some universities because of this, because many universities had to do their exams in a remote way, and some of them required to have 2 or 3 cameras for the students, and I think there was a complaint to the Data Protection Authority here, and some students won the complaint against the university because the university was invading them or something like that. So it's a very hard topic, and to not only for official exams or for official certifications, but also for, in this case, to play chess and to to show that you are not cheating. It's a very hard thing to evaluate.
Yeah, it's a shame that we have to essentially make a person prove that they're trustworthy, and it seems like it's not the proper way to behave with others.
I somehow understand the requirement, because that means that someone really has cheated. So I mean, it's something that you need. I don't know why, but yeah.
It's now I'm thinking about remote. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was just thinking about remote interviews. There's been some discussion about people answering questions, and it turns out they were just being coached, or maybe somebody else was.
even attending, hiring one person to work remotely, and then the guy that was hired, it was not that one that you interviewed. So it's insane.
So I guess we've just made ourselves feel better about it, because it does happen. So this fall, our plan is to have the conference in Namur. I hope you're going to be there. You've been to so many other conferences.
Yes,
I've been to more than I have.
I've been, I think, from our first conference was in Naples, 2006. I think 7.
7, I think. Yeah.
7. Okay. And I think I've been in all of them except in Brasilia and Tokyo.
Wait, what about this one?
Oh, Boston too. Yeah. We weren't in Boston. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
The other B how was all the conferences should be in B starting cities, right?
That's right. Budapest, Bristol, well, 2.
Barcelona.
Barcelona, yes. Bucharest,
Boston, yeah. And the San Francisco one was a Bay Area conference, so that it could start with B,
right.
And now in Namur it's Belgium.
So,
yeah.
So there really is. There's something to it.
Brasilia and Japan. Okay, forget it.
So I hope that you're going to come to Namur, and you're going to bring. Will you bring a number of people from Code Syntax with you?
We hope so. We will be in next month. We will be attending the Beethoven Sprint in Bonn.
Oh, nice.
To work in Plone 6 and Volto and stuff. We'll be there. We will go to 2 people from our company, and I think that if everything goes well, we will be also in Namur. And I hope that our team there will be bigger than usual, because right now we are, I would say 3 and 4, 7, a 7 member team doing Plone stuff, Plone and React and Volta stuff. So I think that we will have a pretty big team there in Belgium. I hope.
Wonderful. No.
We will see what happens from now to end October or early November. Are the dates already settled?
Yes, the week of October 10.
The week of October 10. Okay.
We were just finalizing a number of details before we do the full public announcement, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Belgium is a really good place to visit for Ploners because of the drinking problem, you say?
It's not a problem. Well, there's the B, right? It's Belgium and it's
Belgium. Beer, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Mikel. It's been a pleasure to get to talk to you some more. And I really appreciate, well, I mean, I think I speak on behalf of the entire Plone community. Thank you so much for the work that you've been doing for so many years and for taking charge of the translations team and contributing back to Plone and leading the way with new Volto projects. That's wonderful.
Thank you, Kim, for the interview, for the invitation. It was, first of all, I had some imposter syndrome. I already told you that, but it was really great, this interview. So thank you for inviting me and for doing this kind of work. Yeah.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.